Assalamu alaikum, dear students. It is good to see you again, and I thank you for following your own lessons. If you remember in previous videos, we studied about different scientific materials that were related into cells. In this video, we will focus especially on living organisms such as the plants. So we will follow these objectives in this video. Plant structure and structure of leaf. This is the anatomical phase of the plant. So in plant anatomy, we can divide the entire body of the plant into two systems: shoot system and root system. Inside the root, which you can find inside the ground, so they possess the top root, the main root, and the auxiliary root. Also, they are called hairy roots. But in shoot system, from the top you can find the flower. Flower also called reproductive organ of the entire plant. This one is called a terminal bud, means the final bud. Also the place here, and this is called node, and this place between two nodes are called internode. At the auxiliary phases, it means in two sides of the plants, you can find different type of structures like the flowers, and also the leaves, which you can find the blade, and it is attached with a petiole. Also, you can find terminal buds, and the stem itself possesses these structures. Inside the stem, you can see these two lines. These two lines, which are carried out inside entire plant, they are called xylem and phloem. That possess important function of transporting materials. Those materials that are product of photosynthesis, which are produced inside the leaf, we will study in next video. Also, the absorption of minerals and water from the soil by hair roots. So let's talk about it in more details. The root system possesses these important structures. From downside up to outside, you can categorize them into three important regions. The one that is called zone of maturation, the intermediate one that is called zone of elongation, and the downside that is called root cap. Inside the root, you can find different anatomic structures. The main importance are the cortex. Cortex is the special regular structure which protects and shapes the root. Also, inside the root, you can find the xylem and phloem. The xylem, which carries out the absorbed materials from the soil into entire the plant, that is one-way transport. The phloem is the two-way transport, which carries out metabolic materials which were needed to apical meristem. Apical meristem is the cell division part or root cap, which repeatedly it produces the new cells that will help the root cap and also the entire root to absorb more materials. Also, the epidermis and endodermis are layers that protect the inside structures of the root. So the root is a specialized structure peculiar to terrestrial plants. The root serves several functions. For example, one of the most important properties of the root is this, that it is the U-positive zootropism. This is the cause why the roots are growing downward to the earth. It keeps plants anchored and also maintains the transportation of water and minerals that is observed from the plant soil to the entire stem and also different parts and organs of the plant. The stem, as you see these arrows, so they are facing different ways. in stem, we can say that the stem is a structure that connects the root and leaves. Why root and why leaves? We will talk about it. Roots are the main system that absorb water and minerals, and also the leaves are the factories that mix the water, mineral, and also the sunlight energy into glucose. Then this is the glucose, or form of chemical energy that are going to be used in metabolic reactions inside the cell. So the stem is a structure that connects the root and leaves, and is usually branched. Stem have vascular tissues that may be regularly or irregularly arranged. These are the vascular bundles, it means the xylem and phloems, that contains or possess the function of transporting materials that are going to be produced inside the leaf factories, or that are absorbed through the soil. Let's talk about important factory inside the plant cells. Yes, they are called leaf. In definition of the leaf, we can say that it is a flattened structure of a higher plant, typically green. Why they are green, we will talk about it. That is attached to a stem directly or via a stalk. Leaves are the main organs of photosynthesis and transpiration. This is the anatomical structures of the leaf. Let's explain it. From the outer layer and down layer, you can find a thin layer that is called upper epidermis or lower epidermis. They protect the cells of the leaf to not evaporate more water, or it helps the leaf plants to maintain its structure when there is intensity of the sunlight. The inner membrane of the leaf is called a pellucid chlorophyll and a spongy mesophyll. They possess different functions according to their different structures. Also, you can find these small stomata, this one and this one. It is used in order to maintain the quantity of the carbon dioxide, which is important for photosynthesis. Also, the exhale of the oxygen and water vapors, which are used as a waste material. So inside the leaves you can find the veins, which are categorized into the phloem and the xylem. Xylem, which carries out water and minerals. Phloem, which reduces or carries out the product of photosynthesis. So why the leaf is green? The exact answer is this, that they possess a pigment that is called chlorophyll, and this is the chlorophyll which exchanges the sunlight rays into chemical energy that is called glucose, and we use it in different forms of feeding materials. About the chloroplast, which is an important fabrica that produces food for entire humanity. Beside the food, they help to maintain the exact quantity of oxygen and carbon dioxide. It means they reduce the pollution of air also. So for definition of chloroplasts, we can say that chloroplasts are small organelles inside the cell of plants and algae. They absorb light to make sugar in a process called photosynthesis. This is the leaf. This is the enlarged inside of the leaf that is called chloroplast itself. Chloroplast also is made up of different type of another small structures, mainly the fluid which fills the inside the chloroplast are called stroma. These coin structures are called thylakoid, and the grana. Each of them is called grana. The chloroplast is filled or covered with two membranes, one internal membrane and the other is called external membrane. The thylakoids are those structures which carry out different reactions of photosynthesis that we will study in next video. Also the grana and stroma lamella, they are the parts of the fabrica that produce sugar or glucose, which is the form of energy, especially chemical energy, which is then converted into different type of feeding materials. Okay, dear students, this was a short interview about the plant structures and also about leaf structures. See you on next video.